to survive. We go in the garden, we farm, we mold bricks, we sell, we find the money, we go and pay the school fees because we want our future to be bright. Now, if we were getting the government initiative, do you think all of these youth would have not become workers around town? I want to be open to you. Many people don't appreciate. Some people, they feel very jealous for what King Jahfire is doing. I must confess this to you. King Jahfire has been the face of Ghetto since Boss Miko Tim was still a young person. I'm going to speak in two languages. One in our language, then one in English. So that our visitor understand us. Thank you, Ghetto President Butcherman, for your presence in Kitgum today. It's really a very great privilege to have you within our area here to listen to our plea. I am called Francis Jaffa by name, but in the name here I have a name called Jordan. I'm one of the sons who grew up with King Jaffa when I was very young. In 2008, I will give you my testimony why I am like this. We have been arrested in prison, 7 of us. We have been put before the court of law. Our name comes into newspaper. This is a newspaper I am talking about. We were arrested when I was still an A-level student at Kitgum Comprehensive. I was a WhatsApp speaker for students. Mr. President, there's a lot of fight against Rastafari in Kitgum. I want to bring it to your table. There's a lot of false accusations that is creating blockage to our future. Me personally, you would have not seen me before you like this, if not because of King Jahfire. When we were arrested in prison, we were taken to court for petitions. And by that time, I was still a student, being paid by parents. But I've never seen the heart like what Jahfire did. When he came to court of Kitgum Magistrate Court, what he told the magistrate, he said, free all these children to go, let me be the one to stand before the court of law. Who can do this thing for people around? Last year. He was put on prison because of our faults. It was not really a fault. It was accusation from the community who does not like us. Mr. President, our image has been tarnished for no reason. They look at the marijuana we smoke. They gave us false accusation that we are the thieves around town. Everything that gets lost from every places here, the first thing they come to Ghetto to arrest every people from here. Now, when you go to court of law, there's no evidence that we are the one culprits for these petitions. So the false accusation in Kitgum, Mr. President, please, let our image be a good image. We all know that Rastafari is about one love and peace. We are not fighting the community. So that is the first testimony I want to bring to you. By professions, that action made me very annoyed. When I finished my senior SIG, I decided to ask Jaffa that I want to go and do law. I want to do law because I want to defend the rights of our people. Our people are not being represented by any legal clients before the court of law. When you go to court of law, who defend Rasta in the court of law? Even the marijuana that we are, Mr. President, there are many countries in the world that have legalized marijuana for free. And the government of the country know it is for medicinal purposes and it is a use. Rastafari, we use it for spiritual purposes. We all know that we praise Jah. We will respect Haile Selassie, the first king of Ethiopia. And we look at King Jaffa as the reincarnations of His Majesty. Rastafari! So our presence in this town, our image needs to be tarnished. Your presence today, I think it has shocked a lot of people in the community.
Yeah, man, a big shock, you know.
They are very shocked.
Big news in
They never expect that the ghetto president will reach this point. Am I lying?
No.
So your presence is of a great privilege. And from today when you go, I think our image will change. Your presence alone has saved a lot of dirtiness from the
Asante sana.
I would also like to send my regard to Salim Saleh to General Nyenye.
Yes.
That we have seen for the first time. Mr. General, we are 100% supportive to the government. When you go to Constitution of Uganda, Article 4, it talks of the fundamentals of human rights. Every citizen in the country have the rights to freedom of expression, right to freedom of education, right to life. Now, if we all have rights, why do they falsely accuse us and take us to the court of law? Are we not human beings? We need an evidence that even King Jaffa used to teach us that anybody who committed fault from us here, he does not support. He will go to prison to face the penalty. So for now, what I'm going to tell you is that take our voice to Salim Saleh, through to the president, to find a safety way to protect the youth of Kitgum. We are not criminals. We are supportive to his government because his government is the one that is making even youth. My second point is, we youth who are here, we are brilliant youth. We are very brilliant. You take us to school, then you will understand. We are very intellectual youth. But for the Constitution, as I say, there's a right to education. We are not educated. And there are many education initiatives going out in the country. There's nothing that has reached the ghetto youth. So some of the youth here, they are supposed to go to university. Some of the youth here, they are supposed to do tertiary work. Some of them, they have skill in mechanic. Now, we have the skill, but we don't have the opportunity to progress. We are organized under the banner of King of Rastafari Foundation. And if any channel is through him, some of us would have got us in the court of law. We will be the one arguing the case there. But now we are on our own independent way to survive. We go in the garden, we farm, we mold bricks, we sell, we find the money, we go and pay the school fees because we want our future to be bright. Now, if we were getting the government initiative, do you think all of these youth would have not become workers around town? We know you are the president in front of us. Another thing, Mr. President, all this matter to bear witness, there's a river down here. The food that they eat here, every vegetable, it is this matter growing. If I'm telling lies, let them bear me a witness. The vegetable that grows there, it is them. Now these people, if we have an initiative for them to have a land where they do their cultivation, since the government support agriculture, out of what their product, they can have agro business. There's some small thing they can sell in this small market here, out of the work that they did. So we need them to be supported since they're in group. And we know that there's what we call empowerment of women. We have to empower our mothers for our children to be okay. If we don't empower our mothers, how can our mothers help our children? And we know our mothers are the origins of the nation. So what I request you, Mr. President, try to find a way for our mothers to have an initiative of empowerment. That is what I can tell you. Now, I also want to talk on behalf of my king. You see, King Jahfire, he has done a lot of good things, but many people don't appreciate. I want to be open to you. Many people don't appreciate. Some people, they feel very jealous for what King Jahfire is doing. I must confess this to you. King Jahfire has been the face of Ghetto since Boss Miko team was still a young person. They even went further to commit a lot of songs. Boss Miko went further to many places. Now look, King Jahfire is still with us here. He does not have any money to give to us. But the advice that King Jahfire gives to us is wealth. That is why you see us surviving up to now. Now, Mr. President, that you are coming to the district today, Many people right now, because they see your presence, they think you have brought money. They want also to say we are ghetto youth. We are also ghetto youth. We are also ghetto youth. I request you to be very keen. You know the ghetto youth by their actions. They say action speaks louder than words. There are many people who want to come to your table and say, Mr. President, ABCD, because of what they need from you. But for us, we are not doing it because of that. We know that if you have supported the ghetto here, everything will go to everyone. So that is what I can request you to do. And then for the initiatives of this youth, a place without a home, a nation without a road is not a nation. This ghetto youths here, the government can have an initiative to put for them just a house to stay, to build for them a place to stay. Now, that is a home. Me personally, because of King Jahfire, I'm not bragging, but I am telling you the achievement of King Jahfire. I managed to open a small foundation, which is through the initiative of King Jahfire.
For true.
It's called Francis Foundation for Homeless Children, Uganda.
For true.
Rastafari.
And I am being supported by Bristol University, London, as I am ambassador. They gave me this because of King Jahfire. If not because of King Jahfire, I would not get all these things. So me, I take him as the grand advisor and the father of ghettos in Kitgum.
Yeah.
So for now, what I wanted you to know is that
All over the world, I forget now.
Jahfire, there are so many people who are speaking a lot of nonsense, and so many people who are trying to become barrier in the face of King Jahfire. I must confess you this. Everybody have weaknesses. We all have weaknesses, but my weakness should become your correction.
That is
If he did something you don't like, one-to-one table is the best way to talk. That is what I must tell you, Mr. President. And to you as the president in the district, I also want to thank you for the national work you have been doing. Your face is everywhere, and what you have been doing is very good. And I would like to encourage you and your team, and the team that's come from Gulu. Gulu, Kitgum, Lamoa, we are one team.
true.
But now, because of the responsibility of work, these are our brothers that we hold hands. If you are not there, we can even cry to them that something is here. They are now with us. So I appreciate you for being together with the butcherman. I appreciate butcherman for the heart and sacrifice and time. He has a lot of things to do. But to bring his ear to our ghetto, this is the best thing. I would like to appreciate you. May God the Almighty bless you and bless your work. Thank you so much.
Before you go, there's something you have talked about, being arrested. From here, we are going to see the DPC, the RDC.
True.
The RDC,
Yes.
it's the RDC,
Yes.
it's the one who leads the operations,
Yeah. Head of security.
head of security. We want the RDC, we want the DPC
Yeah.
and the OC.
Yes.
From here, we are going there. Yes,
Thank you.
we just go on.
So I was given a task to bring somebody before you. You know, Mr. President, we have hierarchy of administration. We are not just disorganized like that. King Jaffa is our king. Chef Kalonji, that you have called him, is a man of the powerhouse.
Yes.
Anything concerning food, anything concerning department of, we go